Well, here's the snow. Me and Donald came to get a bite to eat, and look. This is what it started doing while we were there.
While we were here. Chicken wing, chicken wing.
I do have soup, which we will have later. But we're just having a date day, getting out, enjoying time together. I am in the store because Donald had something else he had to do, and so he dropped me off here just to look while he went and did his errands. And this is a tip I wanted to share with you. This is $4 for this Mr. Clean Gain Scented, and this is like 23 fluid ounces of concentrated cleaner, and you dilute this for cleaning. And if you're looking to save money, that's the way to go right there. If you want to use your own spray bottle and buy a concentrated cleaner like Mr. Clean or any of these others that you got here to choose from, you can buy this concentrated cleaner. Look at this big old thing. This is huge, and it's $6, and it's 1.28 quarts. So this thing is almost 1 and more than a half. Well, not quite a half, 1 1/3. It's a lot of cleaner right there, and it'll make a lot of concentrated cleaner. So that's a really good deal. Down here is an even bigger one. But that's a tip that I've used all of my married life, is to go ahead and buy the concentrated cleaner and use my own spray bottle, and it goes so much further. Well, it's snowing again. It's really pretty. It's a beautiful snow out there this morning, or today. Actually, it's this afternoon. Donald's made it home early, and we got to go and eat at a nearby restaurant. I know it's Pantry Challenge week, but whenever I get a date day with my husband, I'll take it. I should have put that on my rules at the beginning. I'll do that next year. But if he invites me out to eat, and I'm certainly going with him. But we made it home, and we got all this pretty clear snow, and it's still falling. It's supposed to be a heavy snowfall. We'll just have to see whether it ends up being a lot of snow or not. Now, Donald had to do a little bit of work on the phone, and I went into the Family Dollar. I don't go in there a lot, but I did need some Clorox cleaner. This was $2.75, and it's a brand, but it's an all-purpose cleaner with bleach, and I need that in my kitchen. I actually keep one in my kitchen and one in my bathroom, so I did pick that up because that's something I needed, and I needed more dishwashing liquid. And Palmolive I don't always use, but it was a good price. There was 2 of these bottles for $5, and these bottles are 28 fluid ounces each, so I thought that was a great deal, and I got that. These 2 things is what I picked up at Family Dollar while he did his business on the phone. Well, yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's still lightly snowing. It is pretty. It's not a real deep snow, but it's still really pretty out here. And it's still softly flowing, so it's been snowing quite a while. I don't know how long. Right after lunch, it started snowing. It started snowing when we were eating lunch at the restaurant, and it's still snowing, but it's lighter than it was when it started. The flakes were much bigger, but it's pretty out here. We're going to go out and get us some clean snow and make some snow cream. We've done this our whole life, haven't we, honey?
Yeah, usually after the second snow.
Our kids, we always did this when our kids were here.
Well, we're going to get some.
And of course, we grew up. Mom and Daddy made snow cream for us when we were young. It was part of our family thing. You always made it with the second snow. You got to find a clean area with clean snow. Snow that hadn't been walked in. And of course, you know not to ever use any yellow snow. We're in the neighborhood, so
Now this is out here in the open, right?
yeah. Donald's getting the clean snow off the top, never been stepped in or anything. He's not going all the way to the bottom where the dirt would be. He's getting it right here off the driveway. Got a bowl of snow. We're going to go in and have some, ain't we, sweetie?
Yes, we are. First good snow, right? It's snowing again now.
Yeah.
Starting back.
Okay, here's the snow Donald collected for us. It's good and clean, nothing in it, nothing bad. We've got this in a big bowl here. We used a can of Carnation evaporated milk growing up. This is what we used. There's sugar in here. Probably take 2 cups of sugar for that huge bowl. And then this is vanilla flavoring. And that's the only ingredients you need. Snow, Carnation milk, vanilla flavoring, and sugar. Now I'm going to work in this sugar. Now you can control this as much as you want to. You don't have to use as much sugar if that's not something that you want. But of course, there's no flavor in this. So sugar makes it more like the ice cream. I'm going to go ahead and open the Carnation. And I usually just use the whole can. Sometimes I'll add water to the can if I need a little bit more liquid. Now we're going to add the vanilla flavoring. I want to say that's about 1/4 cup. And then you just mix it all together. You can use a blender with this if you want to. We never had anything like that. We just always mix it with a spoon. Yeah.
Well, we got it mixed up.
Yeah.
Sort of like stiff ice cream, you know.
Like vanilla ice cream. So good.
Yeah.
Delicious. Oh my goodness.
Then it's a creamy kind that most people like.
Now what we do with this big bowl is just cover it up and set it back outside and let it stay cold until we get, until we want some more.
That's right.
All right, Donald, I'm going to let you taste it.
All right, homemade.
So our parents made this with us. We made it with our kids. And now our kids are grown.
This is good.
We're just enjoying it with ourselves now. And our family's making it with their kiddos.
There you go, tasting yours.
Yeah.
Good and cold.
So many flavors wrapped up in this. Flavors of childhood, just refreshing, goodness, the fun of going outside and collecting the snow and making it together. It's delicious. I'm going to go in here and sit down and enjoy this. You think it'd be wrong to have a cup of hot tea with it? We got one morning. What's the one morning you got?
It's so good that when you eat it and you keep eating it, you get a brain freeze. I got one over my eye right now. But I don't want to stop eating it because it's so good.
Yeah, you have to eat it slowly, right?
Yeah. Well, I can manage to do it, you know.
Oh, yeah. Sorry I laughed at your brain freeze.
That's all right.
Here it is, January 11th, day 11 of the Three Rivers Challenge, the Pantry Challenge, where you eat everything out of your pantry. or your fridge or freezers, whatever you have on hand, whatever you have stored at your house to eat. Well, this morning, Donald is wanting to taste these Daniel Boone grits that I had the other day, these stone ground yellow corn grits. They were delicious, so we're going to have those for breakfast. We're also going to have this ham that Donald's mama got him for Christmas. She always puts this in his fruit basket, so we're going to use that this morning, and we're just going to use up what we got in here. Now I'm going to look on the back. There's different servings of this stone ground. Right here it's got Daniel Boone grits for 2. I guess what you would do if you wanted more than that is just double this recipe. So it just takes 1.5 cups of water, 1/4 cup Daniel Boone grits, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So it's real easy. Here it's got a recipe for southern baked grits, but I never really bake them. Most of the time I just fix them on the stove top. So we'll go ahead and do it that way this morning. That's how I did the ones yesterday that were so good. So, but I am going to go ahead and double the recipe. So here's these good stone ground grits. I'm putting them in the little measuring cup. I'm going to need 1/2 cup because I'm going to double the recipe. Now you can see right here in these stone ground grits that they're bigger than normal. If you're familiar with grits, usually they're not ground this thick, but this is what makes these so good. Now I've got the water boiling here. We're going to go right ahead on and make these grits. We got our country ham back here in the back. We only have to cook this for just a few minutes. It's thin. We've got our grits under here cooking. We've got to cook them. You know, you got to cook them for at least 10 minutes, and you got to keep them stirred down. We don't want to burn them up. You can see they're thickening up. Oh, you want to turn this?
Well, I was getting a fork, yeah.
Yeah.
You grabbed this.
Okay.
You want some pepper in here?
Yeah, well, do you put it on it while you cook? I don't put it on it until after it's done.
Okay.
I know you like pepper. Do it your way, honey. Pepper it
It's okay.
the way you like it.
I'm just going to put some on.
You like to see the pepper flakes seasoning it up, don't you?
I like to cook my pepper.
Yeah. These are done. They're just waiting on us.
Spoon?
What about it?
They're waiting to be spooned in.
Yeah. Waiting for this to finish up, and this is what we're going to have for breakfast, just grits and ham. Normally I'd have biscuits and other things, but we're thinking that we're going to cut back on some carbs. Our grits will be the carbs. We don't need any extra bread, and we're just going to have this ham. There we go. We got it ready.
Coffee.
Donald's having coffee.
Coffee.
I hadn't decided if I'm going to make tea or have coffee with them. The coffee's already made. I drink tea 99% of the time, but sometimes I do drink coffee.
Okay. look good.
They do. You want to taste them? You can wait. Don't wait on your hand.
No, I can go ahead and taste them. You ate some the other day, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did. They're hot. They're probably really hot.
They're really hot.
Yeah. Too hot to taste? You good?
Yeah, they're a lot thicker and grainier than regular grits.
Yeah. They came from the Red Mill, that Red Mill store. That's the grits we bought.
Got a good flavor to them.
We'll have to check the mill and see if they have any, and if they do, then we'll get them there. If
Okay.
not, we'll have to get some from Red Mill and put in the freezer.
All right.
So you put us a teaspoon of jelly. I think that's passion flower jelly.
Oh, yeah.
On the plate. Oh, and it's ready. It's ready to eat. This is how you control sweets. Yep, a batch of jelly might have 6 or 8 cups of sugar, but you're gonna only eat 1 teaspoon at a time. That's the amount you're supposed to have. Those grits good?
Mm-hmm.
Are they as good as you thought they'd be?
Yeah.
Oh, good. They'd be good for dinner as a side dish, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Like some chicken and grits or steak and grits. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because it could be really long. I wanted to show you what we ate all day long, but that'll have to be included in the next video. Thank you for joining me today. And like always, until next time.